If Jesus is God, why did he pray? Was he talking to himself? Or was he speaking to someone greater? This isn't just a casual question. It's a fundamental challenge to one of the core doctrines of Christianity. A question that millions have silently wondered, but few dare to say out loud. Let's talk about it. The logic problem. Why would God pray? Think about it logically. Prayer, by nature, is communication from a lesser being to a higher one. It's a sign of dependence, of seeking help or guidance. So if Jesus was fully God, all-powerful, all-knowing, why did he need to pray? Does God pray to himself? Does God get tired? Does God feel fear or doubt? Because the Gospels are filled with moments where Jesus prays, and not just casually. He pleads, he weeps, he asks for things. He even says he doesn't know certain things, like the day or hour of the end times. If Jesus was God, why would he need anything at all? 100% God and 100% man. Most theologians will say Jesus was both fully God and fully man. But here's the problem. Can something be fully unlimited and fully limited at the same time? That's not a mystery, it's a contradiction. If Jesus was all-powerful, why did he feel weakness? If he was all-knowing, why did he ask questions? If he was divine, why did he say, "The Father is greater than I"? Either Jesus was pretending, or he wasn't who people claim he is. Let's go to one of the most shocking moments in the Bible. When Jesus was crucified, he cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Let that sink in. God feeling abandoned by God. If Jesus is part of the Trinity, how could one part of God forsake another? This isn't poetic metaphor. This is raw, desperate emotion. And it raises an unavoidable question. If Jesus was truly divine, how could he ever feel cut off from God? The Trinity, divine mystery or man-made doctrine. Christian doctrine teaches that God is a Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, one being in three persons. But here's the thing. The word Trinity never appears in the Bible. It was defined centuries later in church councils full of politics, philosophy, and controversy. So is the Trinity a divine truth or a theological patch to explain away contradictions? And more importantly, did Jesus ever say he was God? Because many scholars, even Christian ones, admit Jesus most often called himself Son of Man, not Son of God. So who made him divine? Jesus himself or organized religion? What does this mean for faith? This question, why did Jesus pray, isn't just theological trivia. It hits the very heart of Christian belief. Because if God needs to pray, then he's not God. And if Jesus wasn't God, then billions of people may have been taught to worship a man, not the Creator. So what if Christianity got it wrong? What if Jesus was a prophet, a great teacher, a revolutionary man with divine insight, but not divine in essence? Shouldn't faith be based on clarity, not confusion? Truth, not tradition? We live in an age where people are no longer afraid to ask real questions, and this may be one of the most important ones. If Jesus is God, why did he pray? If the answers you've been given still leave you confused, maybe it's time to look deeper, to step outside the framework you were raised in and ask yourself, does this truly make sense? Belief should not be blind, and faith that fears questions isn't real faith.